Yo, what up? You already know what it is. It's your man, PapaZoe, the PapaZoe Show. With my 3 co-hosts, a special co-host. All my co-hosts. Let them know we're in the building.
You already know, man. It's walk the walk, sitting and chilling and vibing, on a Thursday with the family. Walk the walk is in the building. Direct deposit.
Yo, King Rohaven, y'all already know, man. I'm gonna be here. This where I'm at.
And I'm always grateful. Glad to be in the house.
Already. I got my guests, man. I'm gonna let them talk to them. Let them know who you are.
You already know, man. Day one, double M, man. Animal shelter, dog chick, wolf, gunplay, Don Logan, no slogan.
Way back. I gotta give you this, let you pop this, so we're gonna go ahead and do my special drink, my B&B mix. We're gonna drink that. I'm gonna put you on that today. Cups up.
Salute the freedom. And
Health.
God, health, wealth, and God first, man.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Already.
That's what's up. Salute.
Yeah, that's that.
Make me wanna
Yeah. Bang there.
Yes, sir.
Bang there.
level back.
Yo, I got low. Let me ask you something, right?
Yeah.
Yo, first and foremost, glad to see you. Glad to see you back home.
Yeah.
Glad to see you out.
Glad to be out.
You know what I'm saying?
What's up? Always.
On. I want to ask you, the first question I want to ask you, what's, discuss your future on Love and Hip Hop. I want to ask you that first.
I got a special person I'm gonna bring on here. You know what I'm saying? As a real good friend of mine. She, we were together like years ago.
Mm-hmm.
She had her relationships, I had mine. They both ended, not good, and she got a story to tell with her, on her own. And I'm looking to bring her on the show. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm just really, getting my life back in order. But once I, if they watching, hello, Brian or whoever, y'all need to go ahead on and I know y'all about to start shooting again, so holla at you. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's who,
Now to go from there, right? I really want to know, because I want to make sure you know everything good with that. But what the fuck happened? Tell your story, man. This is for you to tell your story. Oh shit!
Double take.
So for those who don't know, I had a case against me with my wife. It was armed robbery. That was my last case. My bad.
Got B&B mix working already.
It was battery with a deadly weapon, false imprisonment, child abuse, no great bodily harm. It was a 15-year max. Then they offered me 38 months. I wasn't going. I said, let's go to trial. So what happened was, one night on August 19th, 2023, I was eating at Fleming's steakhouse down there in Brickell.
Mm-hmm.
And we were eating. We had three glasses of wine and a shot of Patron each. Last thing she said to me was, what I love about you. I said, what? She said, you really know how to wine and dine a bitch. I was like, okay. Weird. We eat every day. Like, I don't know, whatever. So we go home around the corner, go upstairs, take another shot, and I get on the game. She's loud in the background. I try to take the game to go in the living room. She starts tripping, saying I'm gonna break the TV like I did the last one. Wigging out, grabbed the Xbox, ran into my daughter's room, did something with it. I knew she was drunk and tripping. So I go into my studio. She comes in the studio. I'm trying to start, a session and shit, and she, antagonizing me. She's antagonizing me, and I'm already know she assholing right now, so I'm gonna just chill because when she gets like this, she likes to play, start shit and then play victim and, do the police thing and shit like that. So I'm ignoring her. She's yelling for a divorce. All of this is coming out of nowhere. Yelling for a divorce and
So y'all just finished having dinner,
yeah, I flipped
so all of a sudden it just flipped like
all of
that.
a sudden, like a fucking switch just flipped, and so she's asking for the divorce. She grabs my laptop, hits me with it. You know what I mean? That's when I'm like, all right, I gotta get this bitch out the house. So I go to call the police, and once I do that, she calms down. I hang up. I told her forget it. She starts back up. We in the bedroom at this point. She's, we arguing. She's doing the fucking most and just drunk talk, just talking shit and just, you know what I mean? The most, just trying to gaslight me and trying to, make me react. I ain't reacting. So, at one point, she wants to make up and she's like, I don't want to go to war. Something told me, man, I do. I said, I do. And I think that was God. You know what I'm saying? Because any nigga in their right mind wouldn't say no shit like that. You'd be like, okay, me neither. Let's fuck it out. And then, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But something told me, like, nah, dog, we're going to go to war for real. This is going to be a different war you're about to go to. So,
Wow.
you know what I'm saying? So I said, I do. And that's when she went to the kitchen. She grabbed the glasses, starts throwing it at me. I'm grabbing the pillow. I'm blocking them. They breaking. They cutting me. She grabbed the liquor bottle, threw it at me, threw the contents of it at me, then threw it at me, hitting me. Another bottle, did the same thing. I'm gashed. I go into the bathroom to try to fucking get some tissue and shit to wipe up the blood. She grabs a knife, she tries to back me down into the bathroom. I grab the pillow, and she puts the knife to her arm, and she presses down on it. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, snap out of it. I'm your husband. Like, chill. Like, you know what I'm saying? And she goes back into the kitchen, grabs more glass, starts throwing it in the bathroom when I was in the bathroom. And it shatters the mirror. It breaks the sink. There's holes in the wall. This shit is chaos in the crib. There's glass all over the floor. And while she's doing all of this, she's yelling help.
She doing that. Like, what's that movie? What that movie name?
Thin Line Between.
That's what that is.
Yeah,
Exactly.
She playing the victim, but she's the aggressor.
Exactly. So I'm sitting there like, I go, at this point, I leave the bathroom. I'm in the living room. I see the babies in a stroller, and she's going in the cabinets to get more glass to throw at me. So I grab the baby to run out, and no, give me my baby. And she snatched the baby like a rag doll. I let her go. I run out the house. Wow. I knock on both doors that's in front of my unit, and I'm banging, yelling help. And I just remembered it got quiet, and I was like, I just remembered I got my stick in there. So I start heading down the hallway towards where the stairs is at, as opposed to the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
So if she do come out, I could wham, like, you know what I'm saying? And she comes out, but she got the baby in one hand, the phone in one hand, with her mom, and a roll of luggage. And she's going to the elevator saying, Mom, call the police, da da da. So,
the story is she claimed that you pull a stick on her and the baby.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. These people are sick. This is a sick person, bro. This is a sick individual, very sick. So, I wouldn't be here if I did. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Facts.
That's facts.
And this is the state, nigga.
Yeah.
So she comes out, she goes downstairs. I go back in the crib and I'm looking for the phone. I can't find my phone. There's glass all over the floor. I'm getting cut up. So I say, fuck it. I'm finna go down to the concierge and I'm finna tell them to call the police. So they call the police, and while I'm waiting, they got all the cameras are on a monitor right there, so I could see the truck coming down the ramp with the arm about to go up, and she about to come out. I'm like, look, there she go right there. And the baby that got no I got a Duna, so the stroller is a baby seat too, and the baby seat and the stroller's upstairs. So where's the baby's gonna sit if you in the car? So I'm like, look, the baby don't got no stroller, dog. Call him, like, tell them crackers, man, stop that hoe, whatever. So they come, they take me upstairs, do the interview. I you know what I'm saying, I would have said, I didn't know nothing about no pistol yet. I would have said, yeah, I need a lawyer. But I'm not thinking nothing. I'm like, I'm the one sitting here cut up.
You the victim.
I'm the victim. I look like the fucking victim, bro.
Right.
So I'm not thinking I'm finna go to jail, bro. So they say, you know, was there a gun, you know, produced in the argument or something? I'm like, nah, ain't no gun produced, bro. What you talking about? It was like, do you own a gun? I'm like, yeah. It was like, where is it? I said, it's in the bedroom. And they go in there, they don't see it.
And this City Miami Police.
Yeah.
City Miami. Yeah.
And then, so they don't see it. And then they say, go show us. And I go in there, and I'm like, it's right here. It should be right here, leaning against the wall. And because I keep it against the wall. And then there's my nightstand, and I keep my jewelry box and my phone, everything in one place, always at the side of my bed, dog. Those three things stay there religiously. And I look, my jewelry box open, the stick gone. I can't find my phone. And then the cracker's like, what is this? And then and I got a nanny cam that faces the living room from the kitchen that could see everything.
Mm-hmm.
And the camera's gone. It's just the base of it with the screen, and it's just got X's in it. So I can't. I'm like, yo, she got my phone. I got footage of what happened because I started recording a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I was freeing up space and just trying to. But I got a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? Of what she was doing. Yeah. And so I was like, nah, there's no camera, there's no phone, and I tell them she got my phone, and they like, she telling them she don't have it. They take me down to the station. Then they say, the state say that there was scratches on her and the baby. I'm like, how is there scratches on the baby? I just picked her up. You know what I'm saying? There's not, like, you know, how? And how is there scratches on her? But then I remember she put the fucking knife to her arm. And that's why she did it. Now everything is coming back to me like a movie. I'm like, oh my God. And she say, and then they said, they say that I pulled the gun. And then on another interview, she say I choked the baby. You say I choked the baby, and she was lethargic. My baby high yellow, though. You can see if I choked the baby, and it would be some. She will have pictures of it, just like she had pictures of everything else. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so now, you know, I bond out, and first 3 months, you know, you go to trial. I'm ready to go to trial, like the month of trial. No, so hold up. So when I get locked up, my Instagram got deleted. She started doing an interview with Tasha K with all of these people, and
you know, and she made it believable too. Now,
right?
She made it believable. I'm like, because to tell you the truth, I'm like, what the fuck, my dog? What the fuck, my dog? What's going on with my dog? Did my dog? Oh Lord! Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
She make it the way she articulates her words and the way but she's really throwing you a word salad, but you don't even peep it. Mm-hmm. Like, because she throw a big word in there, a couple. She's very educated. She got a master's in criminology, my brother. Oh. She has from the U, bro. You know what I'm saying? She's from Kentucky, but she got the shit from the U. I went to her graduation shit. So,
how did you meet her?
Man, I burnt her with a fucking blunt in the club, and we almost fought.
That's how the shit is. That shit started toxic.
Already like
that shit started toxic.
Yeah, dog. You know
God damn it, man. Shit.
But dog, my fucking life, bro. But so now I'm locked up. They, you know, about to go to trial, and she, when I got a new phone, she changed the password to my iCloud so I couldn't download contacts. She erased my 70,000 subscribers on YouTube. She erased that channel. She changed
Just
all
destroyed
the
you.
passwords.
Just try to
my
destroy you.
email addresses, so I can't conduct no business.
Damn. Evil.
Yeah, just so much shit, right? So we about to go to trial, and I get a call from my lawyer. They're trying to file a motion to revoke your bond. I'm like, for what? Like, trying to contact her. I'm like, what is you talking about? So she called herself from my iCloud address
Wow.
3 times, and said, when I did text her, when we were talking on a co-parenting app, I texted her, I was like, you gotta, she was like, she'll make up a paragraph of some delusional shit. And I'm like, yo, you just gotta stop lying, because God is watching you and God is gonna handle you. That's what she tried to revoke my bond, because the God she was talking about was my brother Lito. On Instagram, his name is Trap God Lito. So she said he calls him God, and that's his hitman.
Oh,
when
wow.
we went to the hearing. So I'm like,
What the?
so he has to come in. Nobody calls me God, Your Honor. She used some words and tried to say, and then the judge just listened to anything she said, right? So she tried to get her friend to come lie. She ain't lie. Shout out to Tiana. She ain't come lie. So the judge was like, if you could get anybody to say that they heard you call him God, I'm gonna take him in. She ain't even do that. The bitch brought her a screenshot of Lito's music video, one of his music videos, and she scrolled down to the comments and somebody said, "What up, God?" And they used that to revoke my bond.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? But then here go God. Like a month prior, I went to go get mail at my crib, and I had the ankle monitor on. At this time, she already moved somewhere else, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's not there. It's vacant. I go to the mailbox. I leave. They jump out with the ARs when I get to the crib up there in Broward. They jump out with the sticks, all of the vests, a mask. Up, you was knocking on the door.
Yeah.
You were knocking on the door at the house. Nobody even lives there, bro. How was I knocking on the door, bro? Like, what is the? I went to the mail room, which is downstairs, dog. That shit is way up there. What are you talking about? So when the thing went off, they called her and said, "Are you safe?" Because his ankle monitor went off, and she said, "No, he's banging on the door and he's threatening me." So they came and did the most. So I beat that, because the judge was like, well, he did go to the mailbox and whatever. I beat that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so I used, now fast forward to when she used the "What up, God." I knew they was gonna revoke my bond. So I had a Uno reverse card in the tuck. I said, yo, you already took me to jail on the house. Let me get, instead of free roam, give me full lockdown. And she said, I bet. She went for it. Bet. So now I'm full lockdown. This is 2 months in. You know what I'm saying? And then we go to that. So that was that. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I get a call from Lito one night saying, your BM trying to send me to jail, dog. She just got the police coming and yanked me out the club, bro. She said I put her hands on her and shit like that, and you sent her. You sent me to put his hands on her. I was like, what are you talking about, bro? G5, she goes, has a fight in the back. I got all this on video. Has a fight in the back, gets kicked out. Instead of leaving, goes to Lito's section to say what's up to Pleasure P. Lito gets her kicked out with security. She leaves, calls police, and on body cam says, with her going dramatic, he punched me, he kicked me. I have a restraining order. His name is Carter. He's talking about Lito. So now I got to go to court again. Hey. Now I got to go to court for sending God,
the hitman.
the hitman,
Shit.
to fucking. So now we have the video, everything. We trying to show the state, the judge, the state block denies it, And my lawyer, like, you know why they denying it? Because it never happened. It showed her get into a fight, get kicked out again for going into a section, going outside and on body cam showing her she lying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I beat that. And so every time she did a lot of other shit, and every time she'll do it, each one of those things I have to, they'll push my trial back. So each one of those things would last like the What Up God one lasted, I think, like 6 months
before you could beat that. So
exactly.
So it's like you got your major case, but you got case on top of case.
Come on,
pushing back the original case
for 21 months. Every day I wake up, I don't know what to expect. For 21 months, I do not know. She'll make something up. She'll try anything, bro. At the last one now, fast forward. She wanted to drop charges a bunch of times. She flip-flopped 3 times. All right. She told the state I want to drop it. She told the state I don't want to drop it. I want to go. Told the state I want to drop it. Tell the state I want to go.
Something wrong.
And then the last one.
Something wrong with her.
Exactly. The last one was a week before, 2 weeks, 14 days before trial. Oh, I'm locking up. 14 days before trial. At this point, she had got into an unfortunate situation, and you know what I mean. Like physically, she was in bad shape. You know what I'm saying? She got, you know, and
at the end of the day, she's still the mother of your daughter.
Exactly.
So
that's
of
why I
course
give
you
her
got At the end
of the day, I give her respect. You know what I'm saying? So that's, you know what I'm saying. That's the least I could do. Other than that, you know, there's nothing else that we have in common. I don't even know. I've never even dealt with this type of a human being in my life. So I've seen it on like movies and shit. I never thought I'd be the one, but we talking at this point, long story short, you know what I mean? She's, you know, remorseful, acting like she's remorseful, whatever. So we're talking every day. And then I get a call again. They want to revoke your bond. For what now? Witness intimidation and revenge porn. I said, what? So we were sending, she sent me a video. I sent her a video of our old video that we had. And because we was talking on the phone, sexting or whatever you want to call it right quick. I'm just playing the role so I can get my shit dropped. I don't care what you want. You
gotta
call me every day. Call me every day.
You playing the player.
I'm
You playing the player. You playing the player.
So, calling I call my lawyer. I say, yo, what is this? And she said, yeah, man. She sent screenshots of the text messages and the call log, and then her and the state looked at each other and was like, does she realize that all of these calls that she's saying of witness intimidation are hers or are outgoing calls? She don't realize that. She sent outgoing calls talking about witness intimidation and revenge porn, bro. So the state ain't even entertaining.
I gotta take my head off on this.
They laughed at her, dog. They literally laughed at her. And it was like, that's when they both realized that something's not right mentally. They literally, for real, they were like, nah, something ain't right. So at the end of the day, they already was like, we're going to go for a dismissal because the witness is not credible. This is coming from the state.
Fine.
Witness ain't credible.
They dismissed the shit. They dropped the shit. So come trial, they drop it. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? So now we're here, and you know that was one of the best and worst mistakes of my life, because in the meantime, but it was a lesson, though.
It was a big lesson.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I just, you know, you can't never let your guard down. That's it. You know, but I was at a point in my life where I was ready to settle down. I was really ready to settle down to the point where like, I know what it's going to take for me to have a successful marriage, right? It's going to be me not cheating. I got to try to keep my shit in my pants, because that's what ruined all other relationships I had. Right, so why not get something that, you know, is satisfying?
Concrete.
Yeah, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm good. every night I could have that.
Right.
That shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's cool. And once that's done, then all right, what's the next part? You know what I'm saying? See if she can handle, you know, really structuring, you know, my life and shit like that. I'm still a rock star at heart, so I still do rock star shit.
Right,
So
Right.
you know, if I had a little structure going on, I'll be fine. And she did that, and you know, and that's the part that caught me off guard, because now you have full access to my entire life, and that's what love is about, is giving a person
full access.
Full
That's
access
it.
in hopes that they won't ruin it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Or
yeah.
fuck it up. So
That's
that's you know what I'm saying? So I was at that point, and I always wanted a daughter. I always wanted to, you know, and you know, it was a lot. But it just made me really realize, like, yo, that was a lot of time and that was a lot of money wasted. So now you got to reverse that. You got to unwaste time,
Yeah.
unwaste money now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So and it's a different fire that got put up under me since then. You know, I've seen you know, people for who they are, friends for who they are, and I'm not upset, because this was a spiritual journey I had to go through by myself. Nobody could have even helped me if they wanted to. There was nothing to do there, dog. There was really, I got this.
You gotta go through this by yourself.
This is one of those things I got to go through by myself. So I'm not upset. I'm not tripping. At first, you know, the initial shock of the entire thing, like, I'm human. I was upset.
Right.
Why? But then you realize, like, hold up. I'm not the type to be crying and tripping over some shit. I say, how did I get here? That's why I haven't been arrested for 13 years before this. You know what I'm saying? Because I said, how did I get here for this case right here?
Yeah,
and I never got arrested again, dog. I didn't get a speeding ticket, nothing. Because I fixed the problem. When I make a mistake, I say, where did I go wrong at? And where, you know what I'm saying? I started backtracking. I'm like, nah, dog, I see where I went wrong at. You
That's
know
what's
what I mean?
up.
I see where I went wrong, and I hold myself accountable. I ignored red flags. Not, you know, but it was kind of like it was already kind of in too deep, because we had a child. She was pregnant. So it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Really deep down, I'm like, damn.
You realize
This shit is gonna be, you know what I mean? I know this ain't gonna end well, dog. But you know what? My faith, I got enough faith, and I've been through a lot. I think I can handle this next war I'm about to go through. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't prepared for it, but through the way, I found my way. You know what I mean? And I picked up that Bible, you know, and I got in that, and I started reading. And
that's what's
and
up.
It's
That's
just,
what's up,
man,
Gunplay.
you know, it just changed my perspective on how I look at people and view people, and I just going with my gut now and going with God, man. He gonna tell me what to do. Is this person good? Because he gonna show